Welcome to The Becks, a podcast that explores multimedia horror with host Becky and Sydney. Join us as we talk about movies, books, video games, music, and much, much more.
Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Sydney Rebecca.
And I'm Rebecca Snow.
And we're the Becks. Welcome back.
Hey, hey.
We are tired.
We are tired. It's been a long couple weeks. Great couple weeks, but a long couple traveling weeks. We traveled both weekends. We were gone Friday through Sunday. The second one turned out to be a little bit longer trip getting there. I had a bright idea to drive along the thumb of Michigan coast because Sydney's never been there, and it was supposed to be like a 3.5-hour drive, and it all just went awry and turned out being over 5 hours. Yeah. So we got there a little late. We had so much to prep. It was fun.
We were I wasn't nervous, and then I really, really was.
She got super crazy nervous, and I was like weirdly oblivious to it all. I don't know what was going on with me.
I was very jealous of your stoicness.
It's not me usually. I didn't even take a Valium, so what the hell?
You should have given me one. No,
I probably should have. Probably should have had you drink him beforehand. Something. She did great, though. So we had a lot of fun. This last festival we went to was in Port Huron, Michigan, and it was called Frankenfest.
Yeah, it was super fun. Like, the vibes were really good immediately. The weather was perfect. It wasn't too hot this time.
No, it was hot in the building we were in. We were in the keeper's house, the lighthouse, because there's a lighthouse where we were at. We were in the keeper's house, and it was really stuffy in there. But once they were able to get the windows open, it was gorgeous. It was comfortable in there. Mm-hmm. It was great for the vendors outside. It was just a really good time. From the moment we drove in and we were recognized. That was crazy.
Shout out to Michelle.
Yeah.
She was the one who told us where we needed to go to unload, and she said, "Oh my God, you guys are the Becks. I was so excited when I saw that they got you guys for this event."
And I was thinking, are you sure you know who you're talking about? Because, we're not that big yet.
You sure that's not some other Becks?
But, yeah, that was exciting. And then Jerry, he and his sister Krista are the ones that head up this event and plan it and get all the vendors and everything. He met us right at the building that we were setting up in, and he was amazing. He gave us a tour of the grounds and was super excited, especially when he found out that we had drove 3 hours from home, well, over 3 hours from home. And so he was super grateful for that and just made us feel really welcome. And then our housemate, the minute we walked in, she was amazing, Mia. She actually plays the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, she's a cosplayer.
She is.
Which we can pull up her cosplay name.
4th of July weekend. So there's 500,000 people on this lake that are
by the way,
making noise.
In honor of 4th of July, you guys should all go watch Frogs.
Yes, you should.
It's a great 4th of July movie.
It really, really is. So Mia, our housemate, is Envy, the Green Fairy.
She does other cosplays as well, but her Bride of Frankenstein is awesome.
Yeah, she did amazing. It was so much fun.
She was super welcoming too. She told us who to stay away from and who to make friends with, and when we all left, she was like, "Yeah, you guys, hopefully I'll see you at other events," which that would be amazing. We'd love to run into her again.
Yes, she was awesome. We spent a lot of time talking to her, so that was great. I just followed her on Facebook, so now I'll always remember.
It's a good idea. You should share that with me.
I will share that with you.
So yeah, this time our presentation was not the first one of the day. It was actually the third or fourth. I can't remember.
I think we were the third, and Jerry did that purposefully so we would have time to acclimate and possibly get to see one of the other. The first one was Haunted Mitten podcast, and we had hoped to go see them, but we got busy at our table and we didn't leave. So,
Yeah, I didn't realize that they were presenting until like they came back.
yeah. We had a lot of people come up to our table and were actually really talking to us and asking us a lot of questions. And we also had a giveaway for a copy of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. It was a library edition.
Really nice, leather bound, gold lettering,
Yeah.
gold on the spine, all that.
So we had that, and so we had a lot of interest in talking to us, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And our presentation itself, which you can catch on Facebook Live, Becky shared it on her.
I did. I tried to share it on the Bex, but it wouldn't let me. And we couldn't go live on the Bex because we are 15 listeners short to go live.
Yeah.
So we need to fix that.
Yeah, we need a little bit more followers on Facebook before they'll let us go live, which is kind of a bummer, but it's okay. We still were able to, and people still watched. We got like, what was it, 1,000 views altogether?
Yeah, pretty close. It was crazy.
Because I shared it as well. So, yeah, it went super well. We're long-winded. I felt like I talked too much.
She didn't talk too much. She talked more. But we do that in different episodes. One of us talks more than the other. It's just how it is. It's how it is in every place. One person will talk more than the other. But yes, we were long-winded. There was lots to say. We could have talked for another 40 minutes, but we were under a limit of half an hour to 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And we were at 40 when I kind of gently nudged Sydney that we had to wrap it up.
Yeah.
But we had great audience participation. There were quite a few people in the room with us, in the building with us. It was great.
Yeah, we were both kind of freaked out because we're like, oh God, what if somebody comes to watch us present and talk about this and they know way more than we do and we just look like idiots to them?
Yeah, that's when I got scared. I started thinking about that. And yeah, but I had pages and pages of notes about the movie.
Yeah, me
because
too.
I was terrified that would happen, which was kind of ridiculous, but it worked out. And the people we had engaging with us, they knew a lot. It was really kind of cool, and I never felt like we didn't know enough to carry on the conversation. So
Yeah.
that was even more cool.
Yeah, we had some interesting insights,
Yeah.
Not just me and Becky, but also people in the audience who were kind of riffing on our ideas that we were talking about too. So it was just a really, really great time. I'm so thankful that we were able to do it.
Hugely positive experience for me.
Yes.
Really exciting.
And I think we would definitely go back to Frankenfest.
Oh, 100%.
For sure. And even Jerry said, he's like, you guys don't even need to talk about Frankenstein again. You guys can talk about something else. It's just, he's like, he said it was great that we had you guys talking about that because, it's bringing Mary Shelley into it.
Yeah. And the original reason that they called it Frankenfest is because his sister Krista had her own festival somewhere else, and he had his own festival somewhere else, and they decided to mesh them together, hence the Frankenfest, Frankenstein, which is super cool. I love that. Mm-hmm. And I love that he brings Frankenstein into it and makes it creepy and cool, and there were a lot of super cool vendors. We met a lot of super cool people.
Yeah.
There was a wonderful drag show there. And
oh yeah, they were
awesome.
so cool. All the ladies that took part in the drag show were so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a great experience. I'm so glad, even if our presentation hadn't gone well for any reason, I still had tons of fun.
I did too. But our presentation went amazing, I think.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have room to grow, but it was
Yeah,
great.
always.
Even Jerry, who has done this for a long time, he really complimented us, nearly brought tears to both of our eyes. And he said he really had no notes for us. He felt that we did wonderful. So that's a huge, huge, huge compliment. And I just want to throw a big thank you out to him and Krista for inviting us and making us feel so welcome, because that was super cool. And everybody there did. It just was awesome. Mia was great. And we met, I don't even know how many people we met at the booths talking to the vendors.
Yeah.
That were super cool.
Yeah, we got some cool art and decorations for the studio because we have made the decision that we are going to start recording us talking via camera at some point.
Some point. We're not guaranteeing that's tomorrow.
In the future, that is one of our goals, you know. So you get to see our beautiful faces.
Yes. How exciting that will be.
Yeah, we had kind of a fun experience driving down. So yeah, like Becky said, I had never been into the Thumb of Michigan before.
I've only been once. I went last year with my best friend. We did our girls' weekend there. So I was immediately, there was supposed to be a bad storm coming in. And driving down the expressway would have put us right about the time that the storm was hitting, and they were talking about torrential downpour and huge winds and possible tornadoes. So I was trying to take our time so we would be behind the storm and not in front of the storm or in the storm. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, why don't we go to this town and then shoot over to the coast on the Thumb of Michigan and go down so you can see the coastline. And so we thought it was a great idea, and we headed that way, and our maps told us it was like 3.5 hours, which was just the same amount of time.
So our first hiccup was we tried to stop in Midland for some food. And
Bay City.
Oh, yes, excuse me.
It's okay.
So it was a Friday night. So we knew that wherever we tried to eat would probably be busy. So our first place that we went, Galino's?
Yep, Galino. I think it's Galino Brothers Pizza in Bay City, Michigan.
Yeah.
I love their pizza. I love their focaccia bread. Yum, yum, yum. So we decided we were going to just eat there.
Yeah, so we were standing in line. I mean, they were busy. It's a tiny hole-in-the-wall place. And they were busy when we walked in. And this guy was ordering takeout when we walked in. And she's like, yeah, it's going to be like 45 minutes. And we're like, how long is it going to be for a table? So we waited and asked, and she's like, I have no idea. Which, this is one beef I will always have, is like, there were like 2 families who were just sitting there, done with their food, and just not doing anything. Like, if you know a restaurant's busy, get the fuck out.
Yeah, it's totally different if it's a slow night, there's empty tables, and there's people coming in. That's fine. But when they are literally slammed, and it took the guy in front of us almost 15 minutes to do his order.
Because he was stupid, to be clear.
And then
it's not hard to order food.
We finally get up there, and she honestly doesn't know. And the people sitting there, their food's all boxed up. They're ready to go. And they just continued to sit there. So that was annoying. But then we
weren't annoyed at Galino's, to be clear.
No. We love Galino's, and we understand. And good for them that they were so busy. I love that. I love that for them.
So we were just like, okay, well, let's just find somewhere else. And I'm like, well, there's like a billion towns on Route 25. There's bound to be a restaurant along Route 25. And Route 25 is the road that goes all the way up around the Thumb.
Now, mind you, the GPS is fighting us the whole way, trying to reroute us back to the expressway.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us choose a route that was Route 25.
They didn't want us to go like a 2-lane road. It was all expressway or nothing. Mm-hmm. But we kept fighting it and kept going, and it kept rerouting.
So then we end up in this one town.
Bayport.
And Bayport is tiny, and they have like a fish sandwich festival. It was on all their banners.
They have one restaurant, I think.
One restaurant, and it's a huge restaurant. It's like it was like an old inn.
Yeah. Super cool place. Beautiful on the inside. Smelled really good. It smelled fishy because they were cooking fish on Friday night.
But it smelled good.
We were excited. And we walk in, and there's only like 2 tables open. One was a 6-top, one was a 4-top. So she actually had to ask her manager if it would be all right. Which we totally understand. Again, when you're busy, you don't want to give up a 6-top for 2 people.
Right.
So she got us seated. They brought us water. Sydney used the restroom. I used the restroom. We look over, and there's this table that had been there, and I don't think either of us really realized how big this party was.
Yeah, when we first, it was like the table, it was like it kept going. Like, you just looked at it, and like, okay, there's like 6 people there. That's a big party. But then, no, it turned into 8, 10, 12. Holy shit, they pushed like 18 tables together.
There were 22 people sitting at the one row of tables, and I think there were extra people in that party at other tables.
Yeah.
They had not got their food yet, which meant the kitchen was doing their food.
So we both looked at each other and we're like, we're not waiting. We're both like hangry at this point, and I'm like, we got shit in the cooler, let's just go. So we're both like, we get back on Route 25 and we're both eating like meat and cheeses from a meat and cheese tray.
So I say, man, this looks like it's going to take us another 2.5 hours to get where we're going. We need to go the shortest route. So we let the GPS reroute us, and we avoid why did that just go right out of my head? We avoid the coastline and head...
Sadly.
Yes, and head inland, Thumb, Michigan, which is nothing but wheat and cornfields.
Yeah, it's just
literally, that's all it is.
Wheat and cornfields. And deer, holy shit.
Deer everywhere because it's wheat and cornfields.
And cops.
And cops. Police officers in the middle of Podunk. I don't know where you're at. There should not be a police officer. There's 6 of them pulling everybody over.
Literally, there were so many. And it wasn't even that late yet. Like, it was before 9.
It was still daylight. Yeah.
So, that was bizarre.
So, we've got deer. We had a baby deer, a spotted fawn, run out in the middle of the road, running next to us. It was horrible because I thought for sure it was going to get killed. It did not. As far as we know, in my mind, it never would get killed. The guy that was coming at us actually stopped and got out because it took off behind us. So there was really nothing we could do.
Yeah, it had obviously lost its mom in the cornfield or the wheat field or whatever. And when it got out into the open road, it wanted to go up and down the road because obviously that's not obstructive like the corn and wheat.
Yeah.
And
it was sad.
I know. I just wanted to scoop him up.
I did too. I wanted to put him in the back seat of the car and take him to the hotel with us, but that probably would not have worked.
Probably not.
Why not? So we're driving, and it's still cornfields, and it's starting to get dusk, which dusk is a horrible time to drive in Michigan because you can't see the deer like you should be able to.
Well, I think it's any Midwest place that has deer and cornfields. Yeah. Dusk is not ideal.
No. So
it's starting to get kind of creepy too.
Yeah, it is because we are literally in the middle of nowhere, and none of the roads take you through anywhere good. So we're driving, and then all of a sudden I see this. I turn on this at this corner, and I'm like, "What is that?" I think I'm losing my mind, and then it hits me. I'm looking at fireflies, and not just 1 or 2 fireflies. An abundance of fireflies. The fields are lit up like there's glitter sprinkled through the fields. They're lighting up left and right. It's everywhere. Sydney and I were so excited.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen any since I was a child, like 8 or 9.
Yeah, and I haven't seen that many since I was a child. You see them, but not like that. It was magical. It was... Yeah, it was just super cool. We were super excited, and then everything turned into a nightmare.
Because she hit one. It, like, splattered against the
the windshield and glowed. And I know some people think that's cool, but I was so excited that there were so many and they were living. But the thing is that we had just mentioned prior to seeing them that, man, like there were a lot of bugs hitting the windshield.
Oh, yeah. So then it was like, oh, they're so beautiful. And then we just decimated hundreds.
The whole car was covered. It was bad. You couldn't see them all glow, thank God. I would have felt horrible. But we had no choice but to keep going.
Yeah.
So we made it, though. We made it. We had a beautiful experience with fireflies for a brief moment. And then it turned into a nightmare. But... it was cool.
Sad, tragic nightmare. We must use different pesticides where we live because it just makes no sense that there were so many there and
yeah,
never
there were
see
a ton.
anybody yet.
There are quite a few in my woods right now. Lauren had noticed them, so I watched last night, and they are all through my woods. Only it was really weird because some are lighting up red.
Huh?
Yeah, I have to look that up. I was going to look that up earlier because I was so confused.
Are you sure it wasn't like an alien species
It very well
pretending
could
to be a lightning bug?
I don't know.
Which, okay,
Sydney.
that's a question. Did you always call them fireflies or did you call them lightning bugs?
Lightning bugs. Probably when I was little, I think
It's
they
like
were lightning bugs.
it's like a regional thing though. Some people call them fireflies and some people call them lightning bugs. I've always referred to them as fireflies.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
At least I think. Unless I gaslit myself into thinking of them as fireflies. Like, as an adult, I think of them as fireflies. I
Yeah.
don't think of them as lightning bugs.
I don't know. They're little bugs that their butts laid up. I love it.
They're so
We
cute.
could call them butt light bugs.
Butt light bugs.
Butt light bugs. I love me some butt light bugs. Anyway.
Did you? Okay, so.
Oh,
Red-
yeah. No,
red
I was
butts.
red butt fireflies. Oh, AI is generating.
I think they were alien species pretending to
I
be
don't
lightning
know.
bugs.
I wish. I'm going to have to take video. Maybe it was my mind playing tricks on me.
Think you got some fucked up shit in your woods. That's why you should put your curtains on. And don't look outside after
While
dark.
fireflies are generally associated with green or yellowish flames, some species can emit red light under certain conditions.
Like what?
Such factors as pH and temperature.
Well,
So there you go. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
I never saw. I said you were crazy. I said that there was fucked up shit in your woods.
Probably is.
And that's why you need to put curtains on your fucking windows. So,
and there you go.
let's talk about, okay, so we got so many ideas to talk about at Crossroads as well as Frankenfest. So let's talk about what we're going to talk about next.
What are we going to talk about next, Sydney?
I don't know, there's so many options.
There are.
So I think we should do a book movie combo again. We could do David Hayes' book movie combo.
We could. That sounds good.
We could also do My Best Friend's Exorcism.
We could.
That's a book movie combo. As well as...
Is it a movie?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched the movie.
It's on Amazon.
Oh.
Not as good as the book.
Sorry
there's-
about all the dogs in the background. It's 4th of July weekend in northern Michigan, and my windows are open, and I live near a lake. There are 500 million people are here right now.
The Ritual by Adam Neville. That is a book movie.
That is a book movie?
Mm-hmm. And then also, Rosemary's Baby.
I've watched the movie more than once, but it's been decades.
It was a book first.
I know.
Did you?
I did. I'm old, remember?
And also,
So maybe we should do a poll on the Facebook.
yeah. So
And
we'll
they
do a
can
poll. We'll vote between David Hayes. We'll do, to be clear, we'll be doing episodes on all of these. We're just going to do a poll on
What's next.
what you guys want us to talk about.
And then whatever ends up in 1, 2, 3, that may be how we do it. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Like, but not maybe consecutively in order, because book movie combos 3 in a row might be a little redundant.
It takes some time to read books.
Yeah. It does.
Movies can be, 2-3 hour endeavor, but...
For sure.
So yeah, we'll do a poll. We have kind of an open invitation from Jerry to do other events, so we'll be doing that.
Yeah. If there's anybody else out there that's having a creepy, cool, fun event, let us know. My cousin sent me a link to an event at a haunted attraction. I'm looking it up right now, and we wouldn't be a presenter, but we could possibly be a vendor so we could at least get our name out there more, which I think is a good thing. It's Rotten Manor Haunted Attraction. And that is actually in Holly on Dixie Highway. And that's the end of August. So I don't really know what we have going on. So that would be something that we're discussing, maybe thinking about. Maybe you might see us there. Things like that is what we're looking for. Places we can do presentations. That's always fun. And just trying to get our name out so I can retire. Shh, don't tell the boss. Hi, Lauren. Getting old, people. Getting old.
Yeah, so old.
So old.
Old. Is there anything else you want to talk about this short little sweet episode?
I don't think so. I think I'm good. How are you?
I think we're good. I think we
right.
covered everything we wanted to. Just a huge thank you to Jerry again.
And Krista.
And Beth for even
Yes, and Beth.
kind of sending Jerry our way.
Yeah.
For just,
Good times. We're excited.
yeah. Today the pod, tomorrow the world. My name is Sydney Rebecca.
And I'm Rebecca Snow.
And we're the Becks.